and welcome to PAU Insight, where we meet with industry professionals and gain insights from their experiences. I am your host, Mercy Ayoyanu, and today I have with me Dr. Adeleye Fabusoro, the head of CNBC West Africa and Forbes Africa. It's very nice to meet you today.
Good to meet you.
Thank you. So I'll just dive right into the questions that we have for you. What inspired you to pursue a career in media, and how has the industry evolved since you started?
Well, in terms of inspiration, I think for me it's a natural flair. For me, I like it, and I just wanted to do it, and I feel like I could also contribute my quota to the development of that space and to the body of works that are already available in that space. So, and how the industry has evolved, the industry has evolved a lot in the last couple of years, and the industry has evolved the way the world has changed. The world has changed so much in the last about 35 years, more than the last 200 years. And so that has also affected the way the industry has evolved. The way we consume media now is quite different,
Okay.
unlike the way we consume it before. If you look at typical journalism, which is you have to go get the newspaper, read the newspaper, and the journalist needs to pursue you around to get the news. Now you don't have to do that. You can literally get the newspaper on your phone, read the news, and now you can take news in biteable pieces because now you don't have to read the entire paper. So maybe you're only interested in business news, you just read the business news section, and you move on. You don't need the entire newspaper or the entire magazine. And also, that's in terms of consumption. In terms of reporting, it has changed. In terms of editorial style, it has changed. If you look at it, social media also has affected the media space. Before now, you get news from traditional news and you go to social media. Now, the traditional news are picking their news from social media because everybody has become a journalist and we are breaking the news by ourselves on the go. No, you don't need to wait for anybody to break the news. So those are the kind of things that has changed in the industry. So before the journalists are there, you already break the news. People can write up the news the way they want and all of that. So, and we have blogging. A lot of people are bloggers now, and they also consider themselves as journalists, and they also break news, report news in their own style. So a lot of journalists don't consider that as an absolute professional way, but it's part of what is in the world, and we have to just accept it. It's the way we have to live now.
True. A lot of these changes that we mentioned are like linked to the technological advancements
Absolutely.
that we have. That's very key insight. Thank you very much. What do you believe are the most critical skills or qualities for success in today's media landscape?
Well, I think one of the most critical skills for any profession is integrity. People must be able to take you for your word. Your word must be your bond, and you must not be seen as encouraging or even perpetrating any acts of corruption. And that is very critical because the media is a very sensitive industry. And just like we know over the years, they say the media is the fourth estate. You know, you have the executive, the judiciary,
Legislatives.
all those people.
Mm-hmm.
But the media is considered the fourth estate because the media is the watchdog for all those bodies. So integrity is very critical to ensure that people do not soil the value of news. They do not begin to pander news to favor some people. They do not subvert information or suppress the truth and all of that. So that's why integrity becomes very critical in media, and that's either on in the print media or in the broadcast media. Another skill that is very important is the ability to adapt because things are changing by the day and you must be able to adapt to the changes. You must be able to train yourself up in making your work very compact. In those days now, you want to go somewhere to record like this kind of interview, you bring a cameraman, you bring a lightman. Now everything is compact. As a journalist or media professional who wants to grow, you must be able to have almost a number of skills to be able to conduct your work without bringing in too many gadgets or too many people. You know, just like my own illustration is that you have to turn your work to the way these people, these tailors who put their machine on their shoulder, I think they call them a Jikani shop. The Igbo people have the way they call them. So you have to make your work that compact for you to take it around everywhere if you want to really grow within the media space and any other space for that matter.
Sure. Okay, back to your first point on integrity. Many people would argue that to actually like grow in this media space, you have to have like godfathers or people that are like behind your back basically, because you need capital, you need their investments, you need their funds. So how do you maintain that integrity despite, like, I don't know, obviously because you have to get your funds from somewhere, you have to get your investments from somewhere, you have to get adverts and all of those things. So how do you, in spite of like all of these factors that are like contributing to your success, yeah, these key players, how do you like stay honest, how do you stay truthful, how do you stay relevant? I don't know.
Okay, so the basic thing is, do you think your godfather wants to put his money in the hand of the person who doesn't have integrity? If it works for him today, you will work against him tomorrow when a bigger money player comes. So your godfather wants to be sure you also got integrity before he puts his money behind you. Else, you just become a pawn in everybody's hand. Then you keep changing Godfather every year because there will be a new
Yeah.
Godfather who has more money.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that's why integrity is very
Yeah.
key. And sometimes integrity may make you lose some things, but in the long run, you will gain overall. You may lose some things. Some people will walk away from you because they want you to do things that you think is not professional, it's not right, and they can go away and go look for somewhere else to do it. But I can assure you, when both come to shove, they will be the one to tell people that if you want honest reporting, if you want honest media conversation, this is where to go.
Okay. Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you very much for that. So can you like share to our beautiful audience the insights or future trends that you see emerging in this media industry, especially for like our audience made up of students? So what would
Well,
you tell them?
future trends. Well, I think that in future, media will become so compact and biteable that there may not be a need for magazines anymore.
Hmm.
And magazines, if there are, we have very few pages because now we are going to be having more focused media. So I just want to report on technology, just so that I'm not going to be talking about why somebody stole money in the Senate and they are looking for him in the FCC. It won't be my concern. I just want to talk about education and why it's important. And that's what my media will be. So we are going to begin to have more specialized media as we go on. And I think what should resound in the mind of the student as they go on is that the world is theirs. Just take it. Nobody is coming to save you. Just go for what you want. So that's it.
Okay. I am a student of mass communication as well, 300 level, and I was in that lecture and I definitely took that from the lecture. Thank you very much for your presence today.
Thank you.
Thank you for the class. Thank you for the lecture. Thank you for the insights. And that is it for today's episode on PAU Insights. Once again, I am your host, Mercy Ayoyanu. See you next time.